Alrighty. Bit more stuff about women and the way they run. Women are always bi. You just got to work out if it's bipolar or bisexual. Is that a bad joke or what? It's a joke. You know, as men, you work out everything logically. That's why you're not so worried about how your hair is. But with women, it's all emotional. And see, in effect, what happens is men have emotions, but they try and work their way back out of them logically. And women get logic and then they try and work their way out of logic emotionally. Do you understand now why the Bible doesn't recommend women as leaders? It's not saying they can't be leaders, it's just not recommending them. This is one of the biggest sticking points with dealing with women in early stages. And if you've had a lot of trouble and whatnot, that you got to keep all this in mind. You can say and do all the right things, but if you're a bit nervous when you do them, or you're a bit stern, or you're a bit strange in some sort of way, then you'll be labelled a creeper. Because it isn't what you're saying, it's how you're acting and how they feel about how you're going about it. This is why guys with plenty of confidence who treat girls like shit get somewhere, and guys who value girls are nervous and then labelled as a creeper for being nervous because they value a girl and the nerves make them look creepy because the woman's about emotion and she feels like he's a serial killer. Oh! And the guy who is highly confident and full of himself has a big ego and couldn't give a shit if this girl fucking died in front of him. So he's as smooth and cool as a cucumber, and then they're in love with the arsehole. And this is how they end up being in love with the arsehole. You see it over and over. And that's where it stems from. The guy who gives a shit, who values her, gets nervous and then becomes creepy as a result. Or the vibe wasn't right because he was trying too hard because he valued it. And the guy who couldn't give a shit, he's a cool guy and I want to be with him. But he's a cool guy because he doesn't give a shit, which means that he doesn't give a damn if he bangs her and then bangs a best friend next week. You understand now why some women are having issues. Anyway, this is just the way it goes. This is why you can fall flat on your face so easily and you can't make sense as to why. This is why women, you never listen to what they say as such. You read their actions. You don't take their word for it when they say it. You look at their actions. And I've experienced a lot of times girls saying stuff. And you get to know as the years roll on, very often they can say stuff and not mean it. And the reason is because you are expected to pick up on the vibe. Because they're emotional. And so you don't listen to what they say directly because that's just lip service. You're meant to pick up on the vibe, and that's the real answer. And this is how so many girls don't say what they mean. And this is how they say one thing and do another, and then you're left confused because guys will literally say what they're trying to do or what they feel, what they think, what they feel, and girls will just say it as lip service to get out of it in the minute, but their actions are the real answer to what they're going to do or how they actually feel. Now you know why they're so damn confusing. But anyway, this is, a little something that I thought was really worth pointing out because so many guys said, oh, she said she wanted to go on a date. She said she said I was this and that. She said she wanted to be my friend, and then she just, don't worry, I've had that one. I want to be your friend, and then they never say another fucking word to you. I've had that, and I started to see it for what it really was after several times, especially during COVID. I've seen it with one girl, and you get to know what it means. And they don't mean what they say. They mean the vibes they give off and what they do. There you go.